So let me tell you about a personal realization that I just came to this past week um, that made me realize just how words can stick with you and even, mess with you for decades on end. And it was really weird how it happened. And it's not applicable to everybody, obviously, but words do matter. What you say matters, how you say it matters. And I, I I am shocked at what I found out about myself this week. So, my personal breakthrough has to do with my handwriting. And I know handwriting in 2024 doesn't mean anything, right? Actual writing of words has been consigned to enthusiasts who like fountain pens, which I do. In fact, being left handed, as I am, my handwriting has always sucked. And a lot of it is because left-handers, we have problems with smearing ink as we write, or pencil, especially pencil, number two graphite pencils. This part was always covered, right? It was gray, almost black, because it's smearing all the pencil lead across the page as I wrote. But it wasn't until lockdown, I guess, that I discovered fountain pens. I had known about them before, obviously, but I watched a video from this guy, Brian Goulet, who owns gouletpens.com. This is not sponsored, by the way. And his videos are so neat that it really got me thinking, well, maybe that would be fun. So I ordered, just a cheap one. And it was amazing how instantly my handwriting was better, even when I wrote in cursive. I think it's just something to do with the shape of the fountain pen nibs. Um, maybe maybe a little bit the ink too. I don't know what exactly it is, but it automatically instantly improved my handwriting. But it still hasn't exactly been where I've wanted it to. I've been practicing, and granted, I know I don't practice as much as I should, but it still wasn't getting to where I wanted it to be. And the other night when I had a writing session going on, I kind of accidentally made my letters larger than I normally do. And I went, wait a minute, that looks kind of nice. And so I did it intentionally this time, and it made such a big difference. I'll post a picture on the screen somewhere. You can see in the words that the letters I intentionally made larger. It's just more legible, right? It's clearer looking. And so I tried it with a few different sizes of nibs and different kinds of ink, and in every instance, it looks better. And then out of nowhere, I had this memory come to me, and I don't remember most of my childhood. I did another video about this, I think, over on TikTok. But I really have almost no memory of my childhood, just a few spots here and there. And I don't know how much of that is just stuff that, my parents have told me over and over again as I've grown up. But yeah, it's really, really spotty. But I remembered this kid at my grade school named Kevin Brown who looked at my handwriting in the third grade and said, "Your handwriting looks girly." And I guess I took that to heart. My brain latched onto that because for the rest of my life, I have tried to make my handwriting look more masculine. And for me, that always meant skinnier letters. They were skinnier, they were closer together. And kind of like my dad, my dad's handwriting is very much like that. And I always thought it looked really cool looking. And so I've tried to make my handwriting less girly by making it more narrow more squished together, um, not quite spidery looking, but just thin overall. And as soon as I let go of that, as soon as I just started making my letters bigger again, it was a massive immediate improvement. And whether that kid meant it to be mean, I mean, we're in third grade, so probably because kids are mean to each other. But it just goes to show you how important words are. What you say to other people matters. It's important to never forget that the people you're talking to, even if you're not face to face, even if it's, a phone call, which, who does that anymore, right? Text messaging, a post on social media, a YouTube video, the people you're addressing are other human beings. They've got feelings, and those feelings matter. And it's not a sign of weakness to internalize negative feedback. It's a human thing to do, and we all do it. And it's not a sign of weakness to be kind. It's not a sign of weakness to take a beat or two before you speak. We see this so often, people who go out of their way to post negative comments on videos that they don't like, when all they really have to do is not watch the video. They don't have to be mean in the comments. They don't have to be mean in real life. You don't have to tear other people down. If you don't like something someone's doing, fine. Then you dislike it and move on. But it gains you nothing in the long run. You're not a better person because you tore someone else down. And so I wanted to share that with you because it's stupid that for 40 plus years my handwriting has suffered needlessly. And again, handwriting, who cares? But it's just an example of how for 40 years something that someone said stuck in my brain and my subconscious and has affected me for decades. And if that kid had just taken like two breaths and just said nothing, then I wouldn't have had most of a lifetime's frustration with that one small part of my life. So yeah, so be careful of what you say. Be thoughtful about what you say and be thoughtful about other people's feelings. Be considerate. Being considerate and being kind costs you nothing, literally nothing. Anyway, that's my rant for today. So thanks as always for stopping by. I appreciate it. And until next time, I'm Ken. You take care.